Hello everyone, welcome to next lecture on Laplace transformation. In this lecture we are going to discuss next property of Laplace transform. The next property is division by t property. The statement of division by t property is if Laplace transformation of f of t is equals to f of s bar, then Laplace transformation of f of t by t, that means here our function is f of t, and if we are taking f of t by t, that means if we are dividing t to our function, then Laplace transformation of f of t by t is equals to integral s to infinity f of s bar. That means in the answer we have to take integration s to infinity f of s bar ds. See how to prove this property. Here we have given this statement, that is Laplace of f of t is f of s bar, and we have to prove this term. So here given term is nothing but the definition of Laplace transformation, and we know that the definition of Laplace transformation is Laplace transformation of f of t is equals to integral 0 to infinity e raised to e power minus st f of t dt, and this term is nothing but f of s bar. Suppose we consider this definition of Laplace transformation is equation 1. Now we have to prove this property, and to prove this property, here if we observe this statement, it contains integration of f of s bar, and in this equation 1 we have already given f of s bar. So we just take integration on both sides with respect to s, and limit is up to s to infinity. Integration on both sides, I write this term first, integration s to infinity f of s bar ds. We are integrating with respect to s, so we get integration ds. Then here integral s to infinity to left hand side, our left hand side is this one, that is integral 0 to infinity e raised to e power minus st f of t dt into ds. Now here if we observe this bracket term, it is integration with respect to t, and if we put upper limit minus of lower limit in the integration, then this complete t become constant, that is if in term is function of s, that means here in this bracket t is constant, so take constant term outside and integrate the term which contain s, because our outside integral is integral with respect to s, that means we are integrating only s term, and here t integral 0 to infinity this integral, then integral s to infinity e raised to e power minus st, because s contained in the e power, so we are apply this integral on e ds, then f of t dt. This term is as it is. Now integrate this term. Here integration of this term is integral 0 to infinity integration of e raised to e power minus st is e raised to e power minus st divided by constant. Here we are integrating with respect to s, so our constant is minus t is constant, then limit is s to infinity f of t dt. Now if we put upper limit minus of lower limit, if we put upper limit infinity here, then e raised to e power minus infinity is 0. If we put t equals to infinity upper limit in this term, then e raised to e power minus infinity is 0, so whole term is 0. So here integral 0 to infinity for upper limit, this term is 0. Now minus of lower limit is s, instead of s we have to put s, so here e raised to e power minus st divided by minus t f of t. Here minus become plus, then this term is nothing but, if you see this term, then it is e raised to e power minus st f of t divided by t dt. By definition of Laplace transformation, here integral 0 to infinity e raised to the power minus st into function. Here our function is this one. That means we are applying Laplace transformation on f of t by t. So here we can write this term is nothing but Laplace transformation of f of t divided by t. And we know that in the left hand side our term is integral s to infinity f of s bar ds. Here so this is nothing but the proof of our property. Now we see the example. Here is the example, that is find Laplace transformation of sin t by t and hence find integral 0 to infinity sin t by t dt. In this example we first find Laplace transformation of sin t by t. So here Laplace transformation of sin t by t, and we are using division by t property to solve this example. And we know that our property says that if we have given Laplace transformation of function is f of s bar, then Laplace transformation of f of t by t is equals to integral s to infinity f of s bar ds. So here if we compare our question with this property, then we easily find out our function f of t. Numerator term is nothing but function f of t. So here numerator is sin t. So we can write f of t is nothing but sin t. Now apply Laplace on both sides. So Laplace of f of t is equals to Laplace transformation of sin t. And we know the standard formula for sin t. So here this term left hand side is nothing but f of s bar, and here right hand side is 1 upon s square plus 1, because Laplace of sin at is a upon s square plus a square. But here coefficient of t is 1, that means our constant a is equals to 1. This is nothing but our value of our function f of s bar. Now we want f of t by t. For that we have to integrate our function with respect to s from s to infinity. So here Laplace transformation of sin t, that is function f of t divided by t, is equals to integral s to infinity f of s bar ds. Now put the value of f of s bar from this equation. It is 1 upon s square plus 1. So here integral s to infinity 1 upon s square plus 1 ds. And here the integration of this term is tan inverse s. Here limit is s to infinity. So put upper limit minus of lower limit. Here upper limit is infinity, then tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2. So here if we put upper limit, then tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2 minus of lower limit. So lower limit is s, that is tan inverse s. Here it is nothing but Laplace transformation of sin t by t. This is the answer of our question. Now our next task is we have to find integration. Here see the question, we have to find integration s to infinity sin t by t dt, and I have already told you that this integral not possible to solve using direct formulas of integration or any other method, that is integration by parts. So we have to use the definition of Laplace transformation. Using the Laplace transformation we can solve this question easily. See how to solve this question. In this, here the left hand side is Laplace transformation of sin t by t, and we know the definition of Laplace transformation. So if we apply the definition, that means here integral 0 to infinity e raised to the power minus st f of t. F of t means the function which contain in Laplace transformation. So here it is sin t by t dt, and right hand side is pi by 2 minus tan inverse of s. Now in the question we want just integral 0 to infinity sin t by t dt. That means instead of this function we want value of this term is 1. That means here as per our proof we want this term become 1. And when it is possible this term is 1 if e raised to e power is 0. And if we put t equals to 0 then whole term becomes 0. So we don't want whole term 0, just this term is equals to 1. So for that we put s equals to 0. If we put s equals to 0 then we get integral 0 to infinity sin t by t dt. So here for our proof put s equals to 0 in this equation 2. In equation 2 then we get integral 0 to infinity sin t by t dt is pi by 2 minus tan inverse of 0, and we know the value of tan inverse of 0 is 0. So our answer of our integration is integral 0 to infinity sin t by t dt is equals to pi by 2. So just thank you. Like, share and subscribe.